and we're preparing to go serve in Scotland.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the May vlog of The Adventurer. I want to invite you to watch through our video, learn about what's been happening the last couple months, and also as we start, I want to tell you about our clan Crest and how that came to be. So check this out. All right, so let's talk about the clan Crest. First of all, this is one of the original drawings done by my good friend Josh Duran, who took the time to draw this up for us. After that, we sent that design over to the great people in the media department at New International, who took it and made it into a digital design with all of this color. And it looks awesome, doesn't it? I mean, I gotta say, they both did some great work. From there, we sent it to a t-shirt company who redesigned it slightly, taking out some of the color, and allowed us to be able to put it on shirts and other such things, stickers. But let me tell you about that crest. So the crest on the bottom right there has the compass, which represents our obedience to follow him wherever he tells us to go, in obedience to the Great Commission to go into all the world. Around the compass, we have the holly and berry leaves, and the berry leaves and the holly represented as a symbol the sacrifice of Christ upon the cross, from his blood to the suffering he went through. And that's also one of my favorite Christmas songs, The Holly and the Ivy. On the left-hand side, we see the wash basin and the jug, which represents Christ's servant attitude, the same attitude that he tells us to have for one another, and especially in leadership, on how we lead others, that we come to serve and not just to be served. And then we have the candle, represents the undying flame of the gospel, that we are the light that goes into the world. On the top, of course, we have the two flags, the Texas flag from where we live to Scotland to where we are going and want to serve. You know, I'm a native Texan. I grew up in Texas. I'm from Texas, and we are headed to Scotland, this new place that God has called us as our home. Upon the top, we have, of course, the helmet of the knight, and around it, we have the crown of thorns, which was put upon Christ. Again, another one of his symbols of suffering, when he was upon the cross, where they used it to mock him as King of the Jews. But of course, when he rose from the dead, he regained his crown as the King of the universe, of all creation. Across the front, blazoned, is the cross being the symbol of all that we are, all that we do. Christ came and he paid our sin debt in full. The cross is the symbol of the greatest form of execution and suffering, but also the form of the greatest hope of the world, where our greatest need was met, where we can be restored to God himself. So happy May, everybody. I want to tell you about the stuff that's happening in April and the stuff that's working its way through in the month of May. So the year has been flying by. And as I just kind of begin, I want to thank those who have joined us in the month of April, some old friends, some new friends, and we're all on this journey together. And I am so grateful that you're being a part of what God is doing through you and doing through us, because it's an us thing. We're all doing this together. We all play different parts of this journey that we're on together. And so let me give you an update of what's happening on our part of these things. And so through the month of April, we made a lot of different connections, a lot of different folks. We got to serve a lot of different places through a lot of different people. And a couple of the things that we were able to do is we were able to speak at Second Christian Church and at Waller Baptist Church. So Second Christian Church, I've had a long-time relationship with a lot of folks there over my course of just 20 years in ministry. And so that was very exciting to be there and finally get to share with them in person, because part of our story involves Second Christian Church and my good friend Jeffrey. If you haven't checked it out, it's on their Facebook page. You can go watch the video from that Sunday. And then the Sunday after that, we got to go visit with Waller Baptist Church, their congregation is just around the corner from where we're living now in Waller. And we've just been able to build a relationship over this year, and it has been amazing. And that was a great Sunday. You can check it out on their Facebook page as well if you want to watch our presentation and about sharing our story. And so through this month, man, it has just really flown by. We received new information about as things have begun to open up in Scotland. And in the process, sometimes there's doors that close and God redirects you of what he's wanting you to do as you're walking this journey. And so you come to forks in the road and he says, no here, but yes here. And so April was full of some of those things. But as the fork was in front of us, he says, walk this way, and we walk this way, and he begins to reveal what's on that path. And so we really hope to share more about some of these changes and about some of this great stuff that's taking place as God has developed this journey and what's taking place. But they're still developing, so we can't just yet, but we're really excited to share soon. So in the month of April, we were able to connect with 3 guys in Scotland that are part of this big team of the kingdom of God in the Scotland, because we are just one piece of this big puzzle that God is using and putting together. And so they are working alongside of us, helping us on this journey to form where it's going. Just decades of wisdom and experience are coming alongside of us and helping us out, which was a very big encouragement. And as well, besides just some of these relationships that we were able to build over the month of April as well, Christ Covenant Church let us know just the other day that they're going to come alongside and be a part of this journey that we're all on building the kingdom of God in this world, because that's what it's about. It's about sharing the gospel with others. And whether it's here and there, we are all part of the church, and we are all working together with one another, the church locally and the church worldwide. And sometimes God takes the church local and sends us out worldwide. And so we are all playing a part of that piece together. We are all doing this together. It's not just us. It's not just Shannon and I and the kids. It is you. You are just as much a part of what's happening. And so we want to ask you to ask the question, what is God calling you to do? Do you have a piece in the journey with us? We know that you have something that God has called you to do. I don't know if you've actually asked that question, but I want to encourage you to ask that question. What is God calling you to do? You know, I would ask that you pray and see if there's a piece of your journey that intersects with us and what's taking place in the kingdom in Scotland. I want to invite you to consider being a part of Clan Stellhorn and praying for us and being a part of the financial part of Clan Stellhorn to do this work. You know, we need you to be a part of what we're doing. We appreciate all of the folks that are a part of this journey with us, and we think it's going to bless you as it's blessing us, and it's going to bless others. As God does his work, he invites us to be a part of what he's doing, and man, it is an adventure, I tell you what. And so if it's monthly support, which is ongoing, which helps sustain what's taking place, or if it's upfront support, which helps gets it off the ground, both of these pieces work together. One's the foundation, and one keeps it growing and building as we go forth and do the work. Both are necessary. One is temporary, one is long-term. So consider and pray about if God is calling you to do something and be a part of Clan Stellhorn. And so as I kind of close this video, I want to invite you, if you haven't set up a meeting and spoken to us yet, consider coming to have coffee or lunch with us. I mean, talk to us, hear our story about what God is doing. And we really think that it's going to encourage you, and it's really going to bless you. And even if it's by Zoom or phone, rather in person, that's still okay. And we are there, and we want to share this with you. So as I close out the video for right now, we'll have other updates through the month and more extensive updates in our blog. But we always like to do our video just for a little bit more personal touch, so we can talk to you in a sense, kind of face to face at least, and vocalize what's been taking place. So there's things on the horizon coming this month, and I hope to update you about those things coming soon. So as we close, I just want to again thank you for being a part of this journey and being a part of what we're doing. Each step Many of you have been such a big encouragement to us. We could not have made it this far. From those who joined us at the beginning, have been walking from the beginning, to those who are joining us now, each one is a stepping stone and an encouragement. So I thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later.